What's going on, guys? So we've had a lot of rain the last 2 days. I wasn't able to fish because it was pouring. I was sitting around the house. I caught up on all my editing and I really had nothing to do. I didn't know what to do with myself and I wanted to fish real bad, but waited it out. Today's Wednesday and finally a beautiful day. We're back at the lake I was fishing last week with my buddy Tyler, and I wanted to come out here and see what this rain did and how it's gonna affect this lake. So when we launched last week, the water temperature was like 58, 59 degrees. It's 55.3 right now, so it did drop a little bit. Nothing too crazy, actually. I'm pretty surprised, and the water's not super stained either. But we're gonna see if we can catch some more of these fall donkeys. Last time we were out, we caught a 4.5 pounder and a 6.5 pounder. 6 and change, something like that. It was a fun day. We also caught a bunch of dinks, but I'm launching on the other side of the lake today, so we're gonna see if a couple of these creeks up this way are gonna have any big fish. Let's go. Look what I found the other day. I haven't fished with this seat except for the first time that I ever took this boat out, and I just found it in a closet in my house the other day, and I already hate it. I guess taking a seat isn't bad once in a while, but I just can't fish with it. This is the bait I caught that 6 pounder on last week. It's a bitsy bug. I think it's like a 3/8 or 1/4 ounce jig, all black. Then I have the Guggen Baits Crack and Crawl on the back. That's what you want. First cast, bad stuck. Right now I'm just flipping this jig up kind of a, oh, there's a bite. Got it? Nope. That was a really weird bite too. Oh, he followed it all the way up to the boat. Huh. Okay. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but as soon as I pulled the bait out, casted, that fish was still on it. That's funny. We're gonna try this silly mechanical topwater. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. We're gonna see. Looks pretty good. This thing is insane. I bet this would really piss off a bedding bass. Oh, I got him! I got him! It worked! Yeah! Oh yeah, boys! The popper worked! Awesome! How cool is that? Little fish, but that was sick! How cool. Sweet! That was fun. Very fun. So let me show you how this thing works real quick. So when you cast the bait, or when you're popping it on top, it pulls this string out, and there's like some light mechanics in there, and it's just like a pull string toy. It makes the tail flap on the surface. So then when you pop it, the cup lip gives resistance to the bait, and then it makes the tail just flap like crazy. That's pretty sick. I'm not really surprised that I caught a fish on it. It's just really cool to see it happen. It actually looks pretty awesome on the water. Like if you ever seen an injured shad or a bluegill on the surface, how they're like trying to get back down and they just can't. That's what it looks like. All right, one more cast with the crazy popper. I think I'm just a little too late for more topwater action. Okay, little dude. Come here, buddy. It's actually just dragging this bandito bug on the bottom. Wow, this fish is cold. Little 12-incher. Tiny. Look how white he is. Pale as a ghost. See ya. Another small one on the bandito bug. It's pretty funny. I worked this area with a jig and a shaky head little guy. Pretty hard, actually. Didn't get a single bite. And then first cast with the bandito bug on the Texas rig, that fish just picked it up. And that's not exactly the size we're looking for, but it's a fish. I haven't caught one in probably 2 hours. It's been a bit of a slow day. Hopefully the bite picks up though. I'm in a bit of a bind right now. I can't find any fish. I just spent about an hour fishing like 10 to 20 feet. I flipped some of the trees that I could find, and I didn't even have a bite. I even put a drop shot on just to try that. The water's a little bit dirty for it, but I mean, I'm surprised I still didn't get even a sniff on the drop shot. But we're gonna work our way back across the lake, see if we can find any other fish. It's been a really tough day, actually. We've only caught 3 small ones and had a couple other bites, but I really don't think these fish liked all that rain. We'll see though. We might be able to get on a couple, maybe a good one. One good one would make the day awesome.
Looks like a person. That's what we're gonna throw for a little bit. I've seen a lot of bluegill today, kind of on the surface. Their fins seem to have a little bit more blue to them. I wanted to just try to kind of match the hatch a little bit with a different color jig. So I'm gonna go with the brown, a little bit of purple Ike mini flip jig. And I have a bandito bug on the back. It's an Okeechobee craw. Looks like a bluegill. Maybe they'll eat it. This jig's also a 1/2 ounce, whereas the other one I was throwing was only a 1/4. So maybe they'll have a better reaction strike towards this 1/2 ounce. We'll see. I'm gonna give it another couple hours. Bite has been slow.
That's a fish. Yeah, that's like a little bit better sized fish too. Size, 1 pound.
Well, I just caught about a 1 pound fish on the Ike's mini flip jig with the bandito bug on the back. I was just talking about switching up colors and trying to mimic these bluegill a little bit more. I don't even know if there are shad in this lake. I was under the assumption that there were, but I'm really not seeing the kind of schools I'm used to seeing on the graph, and I'm not seeing any shad really flicking anywhere. So I really don't know if there's shad in here. That's not to say that, you know, fish wouldn't eat a shad imitation styled bait, but I think if they see something more like a bluegill, something they're used to seeing, they'll be a little bit more happy to eat it. That's the first fish that I've caught in about 3 hours. And it was maybe like 4th or 5th cast with this jig when I switched colors. So I don't know if it's being on the other side of the lake or the color, but we're gonna stick with both. Probably gonna focus on flipping wood. Well, if the fish are in wood, kind of in deeper water, we should catch one in this, or at least get bit. I'm gonna take a second and kind of pick this tree apart.
Putting a small pattern together, and it's so funny how such a small change in color and weight. I mean, you're talking 1/4 ounce, and going from black to brown makes a big difference. I mean, we've caught 3 fish in the last 15 minutes, and we hadn't caught a fish or even had a bite 3 hours before that. So, fishing's silly sometimes.
All right, guys, we're gonna hop across, fish our way back to the ramp, and call it a day. I've never caught anything on these trees. It doesn't make sense. I might have said this in one of the past videos that I've been here, but they're in 15 feet of water, in the mouth of this cove. It's like 3 giant trees right in the middle. I've never even been bit on it. And I fish it every time, usually on the way out and on the way in. Doesn't make sense. That's gonna be it for today.
All right, my friends, we are finished up for the day. It was all right. Caught 6 fish. We were out there for 8 hours though, so it was a little tough on that front, and no big eats today, unfortunately. I was really hoping to come out and catch some more big fish, but on the bright side, we did catch a fish on this crazy old school mechanical lure. It's really neat. You guys should check these out. I'm definitely going to throw this around a little bit more and hopefully catch some bigger fish on it. It's really fun to throw. It actually looks really good. If you guys know of any newer mechanical lures like this, leave me a comment in the comment section below, because I mean, I've never fished anything like this, so pretty random. I don't even know what this is called or when it's from, but I got it from my buddy Trevor. T-Rev never fails. Cool looking bait, but really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for me. I've got to tell you guys about something the next few weeks that I'm planning. It's really, really big. Like, it's huge. Biggest thing I ever even thought about doing. So hope you're looking forward to it. See you on the next one.